everyone, and welcome along to our next letter, which is the letter N, and that has been brought to you by Nasturtiums, one of my favourites. So grab your paints and let's get started. The nasturtium is a flower I'm very fond of because it's one of the first flowers I've grown from seed. So let's have it it's gonna sort of come twisting up out of here. We'll have a flower up here. Maybe a flower just overlapping over the front. And we'll have some of those gorgeous leaves. Yeah, that's cool. That's fun. And maybe another flower on its side there, because they're such interesting flowers. So a quick rub with the pencil, and I think we'll go for a classic nasturtium colour. We'll go for a sort of orangey yellow, but we do need to start with our lightest colours first. So we've got Hansa Yellow Medium, and I'm going to start with this flower here because I'm going to have it overlapping over the front. So we need a bottom petal, a side petal and another side petal, and then two at the top that kind of overlap, so those two can very much be touching. So that's the kind of thing we're looking at. I'll make this one a little bit higher and a bit more, maybe one, I'll put it here rather than where I've drawn it in. And then down here, I'm going to do one with from the side, and it's got this amazing tail, a bit like the larkspur. There we go, that's really nice. And I'm going to take some Pyrrole Orange. Let's see, it's still a bit wet, that's quite nice. We'll have some fun colour blends going on then. Okay, we'll just let those do their thing, and whilst we're waiting we can get some leaves going. A little mix of green, gold and sap green, but slightly more green gold. And these lovely voluminous leaves. And then we'll do one down here that's just hiding. And then another one over here. I am going to take some sap green and just go around the edge. Just sort of blend that in a little bit. Might have to just coax it in a little bit with a bit of just a tiny bit of water, but not too much. Lovely. Now we need some yellow ochre to start our stem, because it is quite a woody stem to begin with. And then I will just blend that into the leaf mix we were using. And I think I'm going to go behind the main N there, because I'm going to feel like I should come up in front of it there. Yeah, that works. That works. Right, we need to let everything dry. There's quite a lot of blending going on in there, and then we can do some nice detail. That's dried, so we can start to add a bit more definition to these flowers in particular. So I've just got Pyrrole Orange, and I am going to sort of paint in these strokes that make it look like it's sort of folding out in front of us. And I will do the same thing with those. And then for these ones, I really want to just create the impression that there are 2 petals there. So I'm doing a little less there. And also there's some other detail which we'll come to with those. So then we create the illusion of 2 petals. And then I need something like Moon Glow. Yeah, Moon Glow. We've not used Moon Glow yet. One of my favourite colours normally. So we need a dark sweep of colour. Don't need too much on the brush. Coming from these top petals. Complex old flower, the nasturtium. I love them dearly, but they are quite odd. I'm going to take some yellow ochre, and I'm going to just place in a few little dots in the middle to simplify what's going on there. Do have a look at a photo of a nasturtium if you haven't seen one before. They're kind of crazy. It's got like teeth and things coming out of the middle. I kid you not. And yet I love them. And then this funny tail. There's something very living about them. And we have actually got a version of these in my book, A Year of Watercolour. So, and I absolutely loved painting them then. So yeah, I do recommend you have a look at the real thing if you've not seen these. And they just grow and grow. They're quite amazing. Okay, so I am now going to just add a little bit extra to my leaves and stems. It's a bit of sap green. And they have this sort of star leaf line. And I think that's quite iconic on that leaf, so we can't leave that out. So I think the only thing left is you might catch a glimpse of a bit of the tail of that flower there. But yeah, I think we're done on the old nasturtium. So it's time to paint what's left of our letter N with our nice dilute turquoise, and I think this will work really nicely. And here is our nasturtium all finished. I love that one. I really like it when they sort of snake their way around the letters. Right, so that's another row done. We're on to the next. So I will see you for the letter O next time. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and share your work if you're painting on social media. Tag us at De Winton Paper Co, and of course leave a comment below to let me know how you're getting on with this and how much you're enjoying painting a little letter every session. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye.